Hello everyone, this is Darcinovia here. This is my review on the second issue of the Mirage TMNT comics. This comic, the things that stand out the most about it that I could think of on the top of my head are this is obvious. The first appearance of April O'Neil, who is a staple character in every iteration of the TMNT. Well, except one, but we don't speak of that abomination. April, the character that's introduced in this issue, for those of you who grew up with the 87 series, she's not a reporter, or if you grew up with the 2012 series, she's not a high school girl, or, you know, whatever version you were exposed to first. Though, if you were exposed to the 2003 series first, then you'll notice there's a lot of similarities between that April to this one. Though, I'll argue this is probably, you know, different from other Aprils that I'm used to. Then again, I have not read enough, comics in the Mirage universe to give a concrete, opinion about April in the Mirage universe. All I could tell you that this introduces her, and one of the things that you see in this comic, if you have been exposed to other iterations of the Ninja Turtles, is this issue is used, as a base for, you know, two episodes of the 2003 series and scenes from the 1990 movie. Now, I might be mentioning the 1990 movie and the 2003 TMNT series a lot in these reviews, especially when I talk about the Mirage comics, but these comics have been used in various other, TMNT sources in, as inspiration. Now, this comic is also, introduces the Turtles' iconic, enemy, the Mousers. Baxter Stockman, how can I forget about Baxter Stockman? Probably, arguably, one of the most well-known villains in the franchise's entire history. Now, depending on which version of Baxter Stockman you've been exposed to, anybody who knows at this point that Baxter Stockman was black. And it was the same, with the 2003 series, and it's the same with the original iteration of the character. This Baxter Stockman, though, what can I say? Well, from what I've read in this comic, I think this character is a borderline psychopath. But again, that's how Baxter Stockman is supposed to be in this comic. Now, is Baxter Stockman anything to write home about? No. I mean, this comic, it was published when the Turtles weren't established yet, like they were today. So you don't get the fleshed out Baxter Stockman that we would get in other iterations, like the 2003 series or the IDW comic series that's still ongoing. But Baxter Stockman, he seems to be a cool character from what little we see from him in this comic. And having an evil maniacal genius who managed to invent, killer, rat machines, he could potentially be a dangerous enemy. Now, I don't know when he appears again, but I'm looking forward to reading more about this iteration of Baxter Stockman. Now, the story within itself, I am already familiar with the general story of issue 2 because of other iterations that I've been exposed to over the years, but I do think it's a good comic, though it does, end in a cliffhanger. But I'll discuss the third issue next time. Anyway, may we live and prosper. Stay safe, everyone, and see you guys next time with another video. Later.